in all of your products that you use on your body, that you use on your hair. Today, I want to talk about that because what you may be putting on your body may be disrupting your entire microbiome, your entire hormone balance, and everything else. So let's dive in. If you're new to the channel, my name is Charlotte. I am a health coach holistically, and I want to help you on your health journey and to recognize some of the things that you may not recognize on your own. This is the time where we have to take responsibility for our own health and do our due diligence in order to be able to know what it is that we have to do. So I always like to come in with a scripture. The scripture is in James 4 and 7. It says, submit to God, resist the devil, and he will flee from you. And I think that's important for what we're talking about today because the fact that I'm in the park, y'all, so this is live and it's always, something. But anyway, so some of the things we have to remember is the things that we put on our body, the things that we're putting in our hair, the things that we're even washing our clothes with is really considered. You have to know what the ingredients are. If they are not um, minimal as possible, if they are not healthy, these toxins lie in our bodies. And a lot of times we don't even know what it is that is triggering some of the symptoms that we have in our bodies. Low energy levels, brain fog, all of these things can be contributed back to, and even Wi Fi. I want to say that, even Wi Fi. We have to do our due diligence to protect our bodies, protect our minds, protect our cognitive thinking. It's all a part of our responsibility to do our own due diligence. And so I want to talk to you a bit today about the things that may be causing the disruption in your body. And it comes from the things that you put on your body. Let's talk about the lotions that you use. We have so many things that we put on our bodies, the creams that we put on our face, the soaps that we use on our skin, a lot of the makeup that women wear. If we don't know what's in that product, and if those products are not clean, that are not going to cause disruption, specifically to our hormone imbalance is one of the most incredibly dangerous things that we can have going on. And the reason is because our hormone balances everything in our body. And when our hormone balance is off, then we are susceptible to, all types of symptoms. Some that may even be considered, medical conditions that are not undiagnosed, but it's just simply, it's the disruption of the hormone balance. So, and a lot of these products that we put on our skin, whether it be the lotions, the creams, soaps, I said, even what you wash your clothes in, that's a big one because sometimes we just grab for whatever is convenient. These little pods that are wrapped in this plastic, these microplastics are another thing. And so we have to be mindful of what we're using on our skin, what we're cleaning our clothes with. What we clean our clothes with makes a big difference, and because that actually lays on our skin. And our skin is the biggest organ that we have. And because our skin is the biggest organ, we have to know what's going on it. And being the biggest organ, it's the one that actually draws in the majority of these toxins. Let's just be clear. We live in a toxic world. That's just a given. So it makes it more important for us to, in our health journey, to know how to do our due diligence. The scripture talks about, it says, submit to God. When we submit to Him, He reveals truth to us. And that truth will lead us to investigate, to discern, to know what it is that we should and should not be doing. And a lot of times we already know what we shouldn't be doing and what we should be doing, but we make a choice. The second part of that says, submit to God, resist the devil. That's the second part. We have to resist the temptation to want to feed into what society or what the culture wants to tell us what we need. And we are inundated by so many products, so many things online, so many things in our environment, so many things are vying for our attention. You've got to buy this. This is the latest thing for your hair. This is the latest thing for your body. This is the latest cream. It's going to make you feel 10 years younger. We have to be able to silence those voices. That's what it means to resist the devil. And then it says to flee from him. It doesn't mean stick around. It doesn't mean continue in the process. Oh, I'll just keep using it until I find something else. No, it means resist. It means that if we're not doing our due diligence to resist the things that are trying to vie for our attention, the things that are trying to vie for our bodies actually, because overall it's coming down to the complete destruction of the body. This is why we have a sick care system and not a health care system, because the marketing that's targeted towards specifically women, it's not men too, but specifically women, because we're the biggest consumers. And because of that, it targets us to be able to buy tons and tons of products. Let's talk about our shampoo. How are we washing our hair? What's in the ingredients in your shampoo? Are they clean products? Do they have names that you couldn't pronounce in 10, 15 years? Does it just go on as long as your arm? Do your own investigation. There's a great website, EWC, and you can put in your product. This is not a promotion. It's not a paid promotion for EWC, but it's a website. And I go on there frequently to check the products that I want to use on my skin, use on my hair, use on my body, because they can give you a breakdown of what it may cause. They can tell you the cancer risks, they can tell you the hormone imbalance risks, the estrogen dominance risks. So many risks, and it's a great website to check it out. But if we don't do our due diligence, read the labels, make sure you can understand what that is, because if you don't, this is one of the main culprits of why we become sick. And then add to that our food supply, add to that our water supply, add to that our environment and things that are being sprayed upon us, things are being inundated, add to that technology. Technology is great for some purposes, but we should not be sleeping in Wi-Fi. Turn the Wi-Fi off. That's one of the greatest things that I could tell you. Turn your Wi-Fi off at night. You're not using it, and it is disrupting the frequency in your body. Another thing you can do is get a shower filter that filters out the chlorine, filters out the fluoride in the water, and a lot of the chemicals that go into the water. These are just two basic steps that you can do today. If you're watching it, do it today, and make sure that you're being very mindful of what you're putting on your skin, what you're putting on your hair, what you're putting on your body. And let's just turn quickly to what you're sleeping on, and the detergents that you use in your clothes. But let's look to your mattress. What type of mattress are you sleeping on? What is it made of? What chemicals were used in that mattress in order to design it, in order to put it together? These are all important questions. And I know some people say, oh, Charlotte, it's too much to think about. Oh, I can't do everything. Well, that's your choice. All I'm here to do is to give you the information that I have learned over the last almost 13 years in doing this as a cancer conqueror. And these are things that I had to learn. And after you learn it, it really becomes second nature, just like everything else. So I wanted to jump on here. I wanted to give you guys, listen, remember, be mindful, read the ingredients, know what you're putting on your body, know what you're putting in your hair, know what you're putting on your skin, what you're washing your clothes in, know what you are sleeping on, know what's in your water, what's in your food. Read the ingredients, because the scripture again in James 4:7 says, it says to submit to God, resist the devil, and he will flee from you. I pray that this gave you great insight. And listen, come back again and join me on this channel. If you're new to the channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. And I say hello and thank you so much to all the subscribers. If you feel like subscribing, go right ahead. I'll be on here. I'm not going anywhere because it's very passionate to me. Listen, until next time, have a great day.